Okay, sure. So again, my name's Dori Van Stolk, and I'm from Vancouver, BC, North Vancouver. And my profession is a nurse by background, and my clinical background has been in pediatric oncology for many years. And I segued into, I would say, it's all about the learning type of roles where I was an educator and I now work in learning and development, where I'm the director there. And so all of my passion, I guess, has always been around sort of learning and teaching and helping people really sort of think and reflect. So I did my master's in leadership, and with that really sort of learned about how, I didn't really call it coaching, but when I was describing what I was talking about in my paper was about coaching really, and how to sort of foster that thinking and reflective practice in practitioners. So then I went on to get my executive coaching certificate from Will Rhodes, and now have really integrated coaching into our organization. So I both do one-on-one coaching, but also integrated coach approach with all of the programs that we offer at the organization. So I work in healthcare at a large healthcare organization in BC, and my focus is women's and children's healthcare. So.
Okay, great. So you've got, you're obviously and I know you're very passionate about coaching, and I know you've been a big part of bringing coaching into your organization and actually into the BC Health Association, and you are a licensed trainer with Coaching Under the Box. Can you tell me a little bit about, what was it that motivated you to become a licensed trainer with Coaching Under the Box?
Well, we had been using a coach approach program in the organization since probably about 2005, and integrating that into all of our programs, and primarily using external consultants to offer the program and to do it. And what I realized is that I needed to have some kind of sustainability plan for the organization and not rely on external consultants. And they were fantastic. It's just that in healthcare, as you know, it's from one year to the next, and there's not a lot of ability to sustain that kind of a model. And I was actually at the ICF conference in, I think it was Florida. I can't remember which city it was, but I remember that's where I knew you and Allison before that, but that's where I met you. Mm-hmm. And I was actually looking for something that I could offer in the organization without having to develop myself. Mm-hmm. And I was also looking for something that I could offer in my private practice. I also have a private coaching and consulting practice. So I was looking for something that was already sort of done, that was already boxed, pardon the term, but was already sort of packaged or boxed, or something that I could offer that was sort of that was simple and well established, and that I could use, that would be, I guess, something that I could just up and run with, really. So that's what I was looking for.
Okay, and then and what's your what's your experience been like in terms of working with Coaching on the Box? Like, how would you describe the experience?
With the model, or the
with the company? I was thinking.
Well, I mean, I've known Allison for a long time, and so it was very much a similar relationship working with the other consultants that we had, in that it was more of a partnership. And felt very much like a partnership, and working alongside and working along with. And what I value and what I appreciate is sort of the responsiveness and the ability to just sort of make things work and make things easier, I suppose, in terms of how the model works, but also the ability to be flexible with the model. What I like about it is that there is sort of the I guess the bare bones, or the meat of it, and then we have the ability to I guess implement or deliver the curriculum in any way we want, as long as it sort of is the model. And so I like that flexibility, and I like the ability to adapt and be creative within the framework.
Okay. Yeah, so that was an important component for you as an educator, to be able to, you got an intact model, and so we're talking about the 555 coaching skills model, and then you guys have implemented in all these wonderful ways, and I know we've learned a lot through the partnership. Is there anything, what would be typical feedback you would get as a facilitator or as someone who's delivering this model to people that are learning coaching, maybe for the first time? What would be the type of feedback you generally get?
Well, we get a lot of different feedback, but for the most part, they usually walk away, or we sort of also have sort of an ongoing sort of practice lab that we do with them. But what they do is they value the simplicity of the ability to access more effective communication skills in an easy way. I think everyone's taken communication skills and communication workshops. And this one, that what their view is that it allows them to put a lot of the things in place right away, so they walk away with asking better questions or even more effective listening. And they often mention that this is something that they use in their personal as well as their professional lives.
Okay, and how many people, like if you think of there's your organization, but you're part of a network or a larger group of health authorities. How many people have actually been through the program, the 555 Coaching Skills training program, as it relates to the entire health authority? Do you know?
In our health authority, or all of BC?
Sorry, all of BC. Do you have any idea, like approximately?
I don't know, because I don't know how many the other health authorities have put through.
Okay.
I know I would only be guessing.
Okay.
Probably upwards around 600-700, I would say.
Okay. And in your organization, has there been a good response in terms of from learners in terms of wanting to be part of the program?
Yeah, we have wait lists for all of our offerings. So we offer we offer it in various sort of modes, I suppose. So we offer it as a standalone program, and that we offer about 4 to 5 times a year. We also offer it as part of our leadership program. So we integrate it as part of a module within our leadership program. And we also offer it as a module within our preceptor development program. So we have a few ways that we actually offer the program. So if we were to sort of say how many offerings do we do per year, it's probably upwards to 8 to 10 per year, and that's 30 people each.
Okay.
Offering.
Okay.
Those are always full.
Great. Okay. Well, Dori, thank you for giving us a little information, and in terms of what attracted you to Coaching the Box initially, and how you've worked with it. And if there was anyone watching this interview that would be in an organization, that maybe wanted to bring it internal, what advice would you give them as it relates to just looking at different models or how to work with Coaching in the Box, or is there any advice you'd give?
I would definitely say that you need some kind of internal champion, mm-hmm. and somebody who will move this forward and knows the inside networks of the organization. I think it depends upon the size of the organization, but definitely somebody that knows the internal workings of an organization and can really influence and already has established relationships. And the other thing I would suggest is to ensure that it's connected to the strategic actions of the organization. So looking at sort of what is it that the organization is working on, and then how is it that a program like this will help move some of those actions forward, or enhance or help meet them. So it really is about looking at what is the organization trying to achieve in terms of their objective, and then how can coaching support that. Okay, excellent. Yeah, very wise advice. So in other words, make sure you've done your homework, get the right people on board, and the likelihood of having a good integrating it is the probability is much higher of integrating it in a way that's going to really continue to gel and work in the organization. So, well, thank you, Dori. We're going to end this recording here.